How you doing, everyone? Scott back again with a CD and vinyl update. I bet you're thinking, what is this, like the third video he's done in about 3 weeks? Weird. But yeah, I'm chugging along. So, first off, the lighting here is terrible. I've had doors open, blinds up, blinds down, lights on, lights off, and it doesn't make any difference. So yeah, the video will go dark, then it'll go light, and then it'll probably zoom in, zoom out, and the glare will be horrific. So that's just a wee word of warning before I get started. But anyway, like I said, CDs and vinyl to show this week. CDs are just quick pickups. One is a reissue, and two are from our new releases from last year. So I've not picked up many CDs, although I do have a small CD haul in the works, with a few good ones in it that are kind of pricey now. So hopefully that kind of pays off today. I'm kind of in touch with a guy who's got a stack of stuff, so hopefully that pays off. And vinyl, all the vinyl I'm going to show are actually from my wife, a present, or just her presents for Christmas. So I'm going to get through that. So I do have new pickups this week, but they are in my stack down here, which I'm not going to show you right now. But although I've got a stack, I just want to show you everything. I'd just be here forever, and I'd just be literally showing you one after the other, and then one after the other. And I don't want it to be 50 minutes long like Clarko Visions was yesterday, although that was a good video. Check it out if you haven't. So anyway, yeah, we'll start with the CDs. The first CD is the Annihilator Remasters, and it's their second album, Never Never Land. An album I hope to own one day on vinyl, but do not yet. I have seen it in the wild, but it was too expensive. But I'll get it. But the remaster will do for now. An album that, although their debut, Alice in Hell, is superb, this tips it for me. I think it's just a bit more structured. The songs are just that tad better as well, so I mean that's just going to add up to a better album, really. I think this was a vocalist change as well. Who's on vocals on this? Coburn Farr. Yeah, he wasn't on the, I think it was, was it Randy Rampage who was on the first one? Yeah, so vocal change, but yeah, I just think it tips the debut. So it was originally released in 1990, and it was reissued in 1998 on the Annihilator Remasters. So yeah, that was a good pickup. Next one is from last year, newly released, Sabaton and the Great War. If you'd follow my if you've followed my channel for any amount of time, apart from the last 4 months, you'll know I'm a huge Sabaton fan, and to me they don't put out a bad album, and this just carries on that tradition of just putting out solid power metal. Based on obviously the Great War, World War One. All the songs are influenced by it. You've got the Attack of the Dead Men, Devil Dogs, the Red Baron, the Great War, Fields of Verdun. What I don't have is this on vinyl, which I will pick it up, but I think right now it's too expensive. It's around 27 quid, which for here I reckon for a new album is too expensive. So I would have got it on CD anyway, so I picked this up. I think I got this and the next one for 2 for 15, so for a new release, I mean, £7.50. Awesome. Again, Nuclear Blast. You do get the history version of this, which actually gives you dialogue in between each song, which I hear is absolutely awesome. I've not heard it yet, but I think that is the version I'll pick up on vinyl. So, Sabaton, The Great War, good stuff. And the last CD I'm going to show is also from last year, 2019, also on Nuclear Blast, and it's Death Angel's Humanicide. I think we can all agree now that Death Angel really aren't going to put out a bad album. Everything they do is solid. Yes, you do get albums better than others, but you never hear a bad Death Angel album. Definitely need to fill in CD gaps. Definitely need to fill in vinyl gaps, but it's one that I just kind of plod along with, and yeah, just a great album. And the glare is, like I said, horrendous. So there you go. Death Angel, Humanicide, who I will be seeing very soon. So looking forward to that. Right, we're on to vinyl now. Cheers. Good old Scottish Iron Brew, sugar free. Right, first up, it was an awesome present, and it's Wasp Babylon. This is the reissue from 2015, Napalm, strictly limited edition. I don't know what that means, but it's not on coloured vinyl or anything like that, it's just usual black vinyl. But really happy to pick this one up. Not their best. I think we can come to the conclusion that they kind of went through a kind of mediocre period, and this might be one of them. But still, there's still some great songs on this. They do. Out of 9 songs, there's 2 songs that are covers, which that's a lot for an album. They do a cover of Burn, Deep Purple, and they also do Promised Land, which ends the album, which was by Chuck Berry. So, yeah, it's not an amazing album, but it's definitely not their worst. So it's well worth picking up. Definitely an album I can enjoy. Best song on here is Into the Fire, track 5. I've said this before, Blackie Lawless is like the ballad master of metal. He gets it right every time. He's just superb at it. So that for me, and I used to be a big ballad guy, I'm not a big ballad guy anymore, but for me that is the best song on the album. That's the one I would listen to the most. So yeah, really worth the pick up, really happy to have it. Nice gatefold as well. So that is Wasp Babylon. Next one up is Hammerfall and Crimson Thunder. This is the first album I ever heard by Hammerfall. In fact, the first song I ever heard by Hammerfall was Hearts on Fire, track 2, which is just awesome. And Hammerfall are one of those bands that are so consistent, just pure power metal. They get it right, they're melodic, they're heavy, they're just good all over, and they're a band that I need more of. They also do a cover of Angel of Mercy, which I'm sure was that Chastain? I'm sure it was. I'm not sure. This is a back on black reissue. Try to see. Oh, there's far too much writing in here to even try. But yeah, I'm sure it's Chastain. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you will. So yeah, awesome. Need more Hammerfall. Right, next up we have more Death Angel and Killing Season. This has been on my Amazon want list for I don't know how long, and it's just one of these albums I just never pull the trigger on. So I thought the best way to have this album in my collection is for somebody to buy it for me. So I sent, obviously I've sent my wife my want list. She didn't just guess these albums, and I'm glad she picked this one out of the list, because it's just one I don't know why. There's just something holds me back, or something else catches my eye that I get instead. So really good set. Single disc gatefold. Also comes with this kind of card poster. On the other side is the CD in this wee Mickey Mouse shaped slot. Nothing really else to show you in there, but yeah, again, just a solid album from Death Angel. Killing Season, awesome. Finally in the collection. Next up we have, going back to 1987, Rox Gang, and I never remember this title, Things You've Never Done Before. Hair metal, hard rock, awesome. There would be 3 words to describe it. Not cheesy in the slightest, just a pure rocker. That's the way I would put it. I wouldn't even call it hair metal if it wasn't for him and his hair. But yeah, just a really solid album, and one of those albums that, or one of those bands that you wish you could hear more from, but as we generally see from bands like this, they kind of just fade out towards the 90s. So this is all we got, sadly, but nevertheless, great album, and it's here. But a great album to add to the collection. Next up, another good one from 1987 on Chrysalis. Armoured Saint, Raising Fear, superb. Smokes, top to bottom. You'll see John Bush there, of, well, formerly of Anthrax. I've never been disappointed in an Armoured Saint album. I think all I really need for 80s up to the early 90s, I think all I need is March of the Saint. I don't know if I'll pick up their live, but what's it, Saints Will Conquer. But yeah, I suppose this is like a second tier heavy metal band, but it's a second tier band that shouldn't be second tier. They should be first tier, but I kind of think they're seen kind of lesser, as a lesser band compared to others, if you know what I mean. And I don't think they get enough love. So give Armoured Saint some love. And this was actually a really cheap pickup. This was actually on eBay. So I sent the link to my wife before Christmas. So I was really happy to pick this up. And just superb artwork as well. They don't disappoint with that. Just a band I think that maybe not underrated, maybe underappreciated by some. So the next one is, now this is normally quite a pricey find, but this was really cheap and it's in really good condition. It's the second album from this band on Grand Slam, Lion, Trouble in Angel City. Just a great album. I would say it's not as good, it falls a bit short of the debut, but still a rocker in its own right. Cal Swan again on vocals, Doug Aldrich again on guitar, so you're getting that same kind of Lion chemistry, but definitely a band to check out if you haven't already. If you see this going for a good price, grab it, you will not be disappointed. So that's Lion. I think this was, I was checking this earlier. It says here 1981. This is not 1981. I would say it's more like 1990. But that's the only date I can find on this whole album, including the disc. So I'm pretty sure it's 89 or 90, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, awesome. I'm glad I can, especially those 3, I can just tick them off the list, off the want list, and that's it, done. Right, next up, this is a band I didn't ignore, but I ignored this album for some reason, and I'm not sure why. Finally listened to it, and then really thought, I need to pick this up on vinyl. And then you sit there thinking, why have I not clicked with this before? It's LA Guns, and their release from last year, The Devil You Know. I don't know what kind of got into me, but I just, like I said at first, I wasn't bothered for hearing it, although I like older LA Guns, I quite like The Missing Piece, and I don't know, it just kind of just went over my head, and then finally listened to it and I thought, man, why did I ignore this for so long? Just a one disc gatefold, but I mean, it started off the first song, Rage, and then I was just in there like swimwear. It just kept me gripped all the way through. So yeah, a really good addition. And lesson learned. So yeah, LA Guns, just again, absolute rocker. You can imagine what was going through my mind on Christmas morning when I was opening this stuff. I was like, oh, amazing. Open the next one. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. And then we get to the last one. It's also amazing. That wasn't a kind of segue into a crap one. Picture disc, and it's the first album from Ghost, Opus Eponymous. I think this is their second best album from their 4. It's just where it started. It had such a different sound. The first 2 albums are definitely different from the 3rd and 4th. The 4th got into this kind of pop rock kind of stuff, which is good. But I think I've said this before. Like, I was kind of disappointed because I know what Ghost do, and when they bring out an album like that, although it's a good album, you kind of want them to do more of this. So this is when they were really into their satanic lyrics, but just really good music. First song I ever heard from them was actually Ritual, track 3, and I saw it live. I think it was, what was it? Was it Rock in Rio? And they were performing songs off their first 2 albums, and I just thought, this is killer. They just looked so different as well. I mean, this is basically their stage outfits. They just looked mysterious, and you know that way when you're watching a band, you don't really know what's kind of going on with them. You don't know their kind of story. I was just sucked in straight away, and just some awesome songs. And although I do like their new stuff, I just want them to go back to this, because that's really what they're really good at, if you know what I mean. So I just think their new album Prequel got a bit melodic, although I do love the song Rats, and what's the other one I like? Is it Faith? That's a really good song. But yeah, I wish I'd just go back to this kind of just heavier, doomier stuff, because it was just really good. What I've not done yet is actually show you the vinyl. So I'll try and spin this. This is the front. So it's actually a really nice collector's piece with the cover. And on the back, you have the track list. So really nice. And I really actually need to pick up more Ghost on vinyl. It's something I actually don't have a lot of. I don't know why, because I'm not overly expensive. So yeah, Ghost. If you're watching this, Ghost, do this stuff again. We want the old Ghost. So that is a pickup. So I've cut off my video there because I've basically went on a 2.5 minute ramble of really exactly what I said at the start of the video. So there's no point in saying it all again. I just forgot I said it at the start. So what I will say is thanks for subscribing, thanks for liking, commenting. Please comment if you can, if the comment section is working. Let me know what you think of my pickups, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.